Justice League details, Justice League Dark has a director, deleted scenes from Suicide Squad, and holy teamwork, Batman, the Cape Crusaders. We're about to watch the trailer again because I want to see it. Let's go!
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's DC Movie News.
This is what I sing to myself every night before I go to bed. And that's why I never sleep. What's up, everybody? This is the DC Movie News Show right here in the Popcorn Talk Network. We got a squad in here today as you hear the old school Batman music. We're about to watch the trailer to the Cape Crusaders coming up a little bit later in the show. But first things first, let's get into it. Mike Kalinowski not able to be with us this week. Follow him on Twitter at Mike Kalinowski. Adam Gertler not in the house as well. We don't know where he is, although he just sent us a very interesting car picture. Don't know if it's his car, but we'll find out about it very soon. Follow him on Twitter at Adam Gertler. We're at DC Movies SK, Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. I'm Jonny Loquasto. Follow me on Twitter at JQuasto. That man right there, he is the host of the Speed Zone podcast. He is a DC encyclopedia, and I know him from Fox Sports. Follow him on Twitter at Adam J. Sloan. He's Adam Sloan.
Thank you.
What up, buddy?
Oh, usual. Just happy to talk about DC.
Show off your computer.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
so,
there it is.
had to get this. Just beautiful.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Where'd you find that?
Honestly, online, just Amazon.
You know where everything is.
Interwebs,
You know where everything.
And next to Adam Sloan, wearing her famous t-shirt that says "Whiskey Loves Me," who was given to her by a fan of the show.
Pablo.
Oh, is it from Pablo Machas? Love that guy. He gave me a luchador mask last year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tight fit, but I fit it.
That's cool, though.
She's the crown jewel of the DC Movie News Show and the host of TV Fights on Screen Junkies. Follow her on Twitter at Roxy Striar, because she's Roxy Striar.
Hi. I love this show. It's so weird because,
What up?
1 week I can be sitting here with two other people, and now I'm sitting here with you two people, and I can't even believe it's you in the flesh right now, Johnny.
It's been a while.
Yeah, you
good to
were
be
like
back.
doing all that good people-ish, and we thought you'd never come back to us, but here you are.
Kuwait, Iraq. It was great. Yeah, I couldn't really say where I was going before, but yeah, we were in Kuwait, then went to Iraq for 5 days. 5 days in Iraq. Never thought I'd spend 5 days in Iraq.
You made us sound so stupid on the show, too, because people would be like, where's Johnny? And I would be like, maybe in the Middle East. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. I mean, he could be on a secret mission. He could be on something.
They didn't want us to say anything, and then, of course, as we're on the tour, everyone's posting things with, like, hashtag Kuwait, hashtag Iraq. And I was like, guys, we're not
You're not
fine.
saying anything.
Yeah, we didn't say
You're
where we
hashtagging.
were, but we hit like 4 different bases in Iraq, and then 3 different bases in Kuwait, and it was just met so many amazing troops, our brave men and women in the armed forces, and had a blast with the wrestlers that were on the tour. And a lot of you are crossover pro wrestling fans, so you probably followed all the social media posts and everything. It was just amazing.
Can you
And
just
it was
briefly
really
tell me, so you were emceeing the tour, or you were...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tour I created last year called the Ringside Salute Tour, because Armed Forces Entertainment mentioned, they're like, we would love to have, more pro wrestlers come and visit the troops, but WWE only does it once a year because their schedule's too crazy. So I put together a tour with people that I knew that are well known, and so basically I MC the tour. I do some stand up front if the audience calls for it. Like, you could tell if there's 20 people and they're all exhausted, it's like, I'm just gonna get some energy going. But we had some crowds that were big, so basically I just do an intro up front, tell them about the tour, and then I bring each person out by their music, their entrance music that they have for wrestling.
Very cool. I think you should start incorporating superheroes in this next time. You do the wrestling tour, but now you got to get
Okay.
Gal over there.
The DC Kuwait tour.
Yeah.
I'll go anywhere with Gal. I don't care.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
So yeah, then it was like an hour-long Q&A, and then we just did a meet and greet autograph session, pictures, bear hugs, the whole deal, and it was it's awesome, man.
That's
It was
awesome.
exhausting,
You're
but it was
such
great.
a piece of shit. You're like the worst guy.
Hey man, lucky to be doing it, so it's pretty cool. But hey, this is a massive news week, guys, and by that I mean not. But we're gonna have a.
We had big ones while you were gone.
no shit, I know. I enjoyed listening to the show, and it was great.
Yeah, there's been some awesome DC stuff to talk about. I feel like we talked about Suicide Squad once, and then it kind of just faded away. Maybe there was
I feel
a
like that's
reason.
how it is in most cases with Suicide Squad lately, even people.
I don't know. It did really well in the box office.
And it's
Still doing
well.
Yeah.
It's fourth week in a row.
Yeah, this weekend. Is there anything dropping this week? Theaters?
Yeah. Something.
Probably, but we'll see. If
end
it
of
continues.
summer.
War Dogs dropped last week, and
Yeah.
Suicide Squad still won it.
Yeah, true that.
It's interesting too because I left right after Suicide Squad came out. And so we had our episode the morning after it came out, and we all saw it. And it's interesting to see when I was gone, listening to the episodes that you guys did and what the overall feedback was. And it's crazy to me how divided it is. But I still feel like there's a lot of people just with a negative agenda going into it.
Did you guys like it?
I did. I mean,
too.
it wasn't perfect by any
No,
means.
It was
but
fun.
It was very fun.
There was a lot of great things. There were some not so great.
I know,
things
you're
also.
not a-
but no like major Martha moments. So.
Oh.
Yeah. I know Enchantress. You know what? I applaud the choice because...
Oh, you have to do it. We've all done the Enchantress dance.
Oh, my God.
What,
guys-
this?
I kind of did it to the Batman theme to start off accidentally.
Adam did a really good one.
Yeah, well, Adam...
I feel like we need to put on Kiss from a Rose for this guy to do anything.
Adam probably takes an Adderall before the show, and that's why he's so good at dancing. I have no idea.
Oh my God! Are you going to do the Enchantress dance to "Kiss from a Rose"?
I guess I have to.
Oh,
yeah,
you
now you
get it?
have to.
This is how I'm back.
Is a drum roll, please.
Zach's
Ready?
already pulling up the song. All right, get me to the chorus. Get me to the chorus. Get me to the
No,
chorus,
this
Zach.
part's great.
Oh,
you don't want to
no,
skip
you got,
through the goal.
No, we'll do the bop-bas.
Oh, see, he's got more of a
Yeah, he's got like
shimmy
a-
move to it.
I think it's more like a it's like more like a
Zach with
seizure.
the light.
There it is. Was that terrifying or what?
I can't wait until I watch that replay on my computer and can relive that again.
You know what I want to
Yep.
see? I want to see the Batman have this song in it in some way, shape, or form.
And have Seal show up.
That
I'm in.
just
oh, no.
don't have.
I'm
his
watching
face
it right
get
now.
blown
I
off.
look like I have problems. A lot of problems. This is...
I mean,
Okay, because there isn't that much news this week,
Hey,
I'm
first
engaging
off-
in drama in the chat
First
right now.
off, Chino19963, how dare you talk about Roxy? I will punch you in your face, all right? Get off chat roll right now, you piece of
He
garbage.
says that I'm too stupid
All right.
to understand the Martha scene, and then I told him to suck my dick, which I feel like is a very mature argument.
As you should.
And let's move on to DC movie news.
Chino,
for the day.
we will all destroy you. Leave. All right, let's get into it, guys. Justice League details, not a whole lot. Essentially, we have a release date, Adam, which I believe is...
I actually don't have the date in front of me.
Let's see, I'm going to look it up right now.
I got you, homies. We're so prepped.
And also,
I
we
know,
do
right?
we have the curl in Superman's hair.
So I'm wondering if that is the whole just notion of rebirth for him, just because he has not had the curl up to this point.
No way.
November 17th,
No way.
2017, by the way.
I mean it's
People will be so pissed by that.
that's basically what it's gonna be, though. I mean,
I've predicted that for a little bit now, but there's no way. I mean, they have to hear us. They have to hear us.
it's so dramatically different. And he looks like such a goon.
Yeah, I actually like the curl. I like the look.
I do, but he just looks too campy now.
But it's classic.
Yeah.
And who knows what this scene is exactly. I mean, obviously, he's not wearing black, so we know it's...
Which also,
Wait, could it be even Justice League, though? Because
Yeah.
it could be a flashback. Because, I mean, I'd like to think that we're not going to see him almost the entire movie, and when we do, he's not going to be wearing that.
I actually
No,
think
the
they're
curl-
I think they're gonna throw us for a loop, and I think we're gonna see him in the beginning.
I think that this curl photo is from when they were shooting BVS. Let's see if that's...
It wouldn't surprise me. But either way, not a lot of Justice League news, but the news we do have is that Justice League Dark not only is apparently happening, but now it's even got a director.
Hey, Doug Liman, not just a director,
Yeah.
a big-ass director.
A big-ass director,
And-
which, you know, a lot of people didn't even think it was going to happen, us included. We're like, well, Justice League Dark's kind of flipping back and forth.
I can't believe
I
that...
love this. I love the direction DC's going with this, because we've never seen this side of the league before at all. Deadman, one of my favorite DC characters.
And don't forget Swamp Thing.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. The fact that after all of this time, we've been doing the show for almost 2 years, the
Yep.
three of us,
Yep.
and I'm sorry, for the first, I think, 5 months, every single show, all Adam would talk about was Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing.
Well-
He's obsessed with Swamp Thing. So now hearing this, and then Adam's not even here, maybe he doesn't care about Swamp Thing anymore.
Did you
maybe
guys
he
see the
doesn't care
test
about
footage?
us. Maybe all he cares about is his new car. By the way, that's all I would care about too.
That apparently maybe he
What?
got. He sent us a
And
picture,
it better
we
be
have no idea.
manual, Adam. Better
Yeah.
be manual.
Oh, why is that like a real man?
No, it's a muscle car, so he's got to have a
muscle
stick
car.
shift in that thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's run down Doug's resume here.
Yep, go ahead.
Swingers. Classic.
Little lame movie.
Born
Just
Identity.
kidding. Yep.
Mr. and
good.
Mrs. Smith. Jumper.
All
Meh.
love.
Wait, Fair Game. Is that the Cindy Crawford movie?
God, I hope not.
Is it? Anyways, Edge of Tomorrow. Well,
Edge of Tomorrow, one of the
hold
most
on.
underrated movies ever.
Was that the one with Tom Cruise?
Yes, so
He
good.
was wonderful in that movie.
That movie is actually killer. No joke. That movie's really good. All of those movies are wonderful. Born, Swingers, all of them. Great.
Yep, fair game is Cindy Crawford. You know what? We all get one.
Isn't Doug Liman directing another Cruise movie right now too, though? Didn't I hear that?
I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No, but so do you think the
Maybe
rumors
Cruise
of
will be
Colin
Swamp Thing.
Farrell as John Constantine might be,
I mean, there were rumors of him being in Justice League, which
true.
obviously are probably not going to happen.
Oh no, but
he wouldn't be a bad choice.
It's so challenging when they're pitching all these people, and we'll talk later about more dream casting
Oh,
and
yeah, of
different
course.
things. But it is so challenging to get all of these A-listers because budget-wise,
Oh,
people
God.
have to take a huge pay cut if you want to book multiple A-list stars. Otherwise, you have to get a little more creative.
Or you could save your money and you can cast people like me and Kalinowski. Come on.
it's true.
All
What
right.
the hell?
All right.
I mean, we already said he'd be the perfect Green Lantern.
Yep.
That's
he
true.
definitely would be.
That's true.
I'll be
know
Guy
it.
Gardner.
You could.
He could be Hal Jordan.
I'll be Hal Jordan.
Okay, you'll be Hal Jordan.
Is he dick enough to be Guy
Me?
Gardner?
I could play that for sure.
I think I see you as a Rainer.
I'll take it. Zeno Hour says Fair Game is a Valerie Plame story. All right, well, I'm just saying he's listed as being involved in Fair Game. So
Guys, I
don't
feel like
know.
we need a little more energy. Can we get a Kiss from a Rose back?
I think we should.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow too. No, you're making a joke. There's no way there's that.
Is that real?
That's not a joke. It's on IMDb.
What? When does that come out?
How is that even possible based on the end of the movie?
Maybe it's the story from another perspective.
Wild. That would be wild. All right.
That's funny. The Neon
Thanks,
Empire
Zach.
says, Johnny, do your Constantine. I don't think I've ever done a Constantine. I'm
Well,
not
go
sure what-
ahead.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Kiss from a Rose.
Actually,
Kiss from a Rose.
Actually, yeah, you probably could be Constantine.
Thank you. Don't you feel like me? Kiss from a Rose. Yeah, exactly like that. All right.
Look at the dead eyes, too,
It's,
right?
it's the,
Oh yeah, you really got it going on.
The dead
Anybody
fish
listening
look.
on iTunes right now, you're gonna want to switch over to YouTube just to see
the movement.
Johnny's
I bring in
enchantress
listeners
move.
and viewers. Okay.
Always. The end of that story though is I'm excited about Doug Liman doing anything. Peace out, Gambit. Hello, Justice League Dark. Thank you. Hi, Doug. We wanted you
That's
over
crazy,
our team
though.
from the start.
It was Justice League Dark was essentially brought back from underneath the ground out of nowhere, and here we are. So hey,
We'll see.
And we got the animated movie coming out as well. So.
we sure do.
We still could be talking major swervage here, which, even last week we were talking about Shazam and how there's more news on that. I missed you so much, just if for millions of reasons, but if not to just hear you say swerve over and over again on a bunch of these things.
a lot of swerves, yo.
Last swerve, DC swerving.
Well, here's one that could possibly be a swerve, but it looks interesting. The Monolith looks like it'll be heading to the big screen via Lionsgate. Lionsgate certainly would be a good match for a monster like this. Not a lot of people know much about the Monolith,
Very true.
but he is adorable, as you can see.
Oh yeah, really cute. Would want to cuddle with the Monolith.
Yeah, and so basically the story is he's a monster that's found by a little girl, and he gets more or less enlisted to help save the world. He's a guardian from the past. So,
All right.
pretty cool.
This is something that I don't know whether or not to be excited about. So
Yeah,
I'm just I'm a little indifferent as of this point. Anybody in the chat who's super excited about that, let us know though, and I would love to hear more about your thoughts.
Yeah, how many people know the Monolith in there? Hit us up. Let us know. Here's something cool. Suicide Squad. We already talked about possibly deleted scenes that might be getting out there at some point, maybe in the DVD. But there's been a photo that was released of what people are saying is in the helicopter before it crashes, I think.
So we've heard Leto, and we've also heard Robbie talk over and over again about all of the Joker deleted scenes, how there were so many. There was more backstory that showed more of their relationship and whatnot, but we got this actual image that people are saying shows that their relationship was much more abusive than we are led on to believe.
Well, which it is,
in
though.
this movie. Well,
the story.
I mean,
if you know about this relationship, I mean, I think that most people who are going to see this movie have not read a comic in their life. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that in a factual way.
Yeah, you're
Most
probably
people
right.
who are going to the movies don't know much. They know about the Joker. They know from what they've seen in previous films, but they don't know because they have heard about him and Harley. Most people didn't even know who Harley was before this movie was announced.
true.
So I think that people would be surprised if they actually researched their relationship and found out what the Joker and Harley are about. And that's why there's so many tweets going on right now with hashtag relationship goals about the two of them, because it didn't come off as abusive.
I mean, to tell you the truth, the whole story of the Joker and Harley is abusive. We see flashbacks of him literally torturing her before she's even changed.
Yep.
And yet still...
And he convinces her to jump in the acid.
And apparently murder Robin.
And you look at this photo right here, it's not exactly heartwarming.
But he also jumps in after her.
Yes, he does.
True.
He also is all about constantly rescuing her.
And
there's a lot of love for her in this film. And she
Monster
has
T.
love for him.
Monster T.
Absolutely. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that what we saw. I loved the Joker in this movie. Not that we saw a lot of him, but I thought it was good. But it's interesting that this one picture is what's making people start to wonder, is their relationship actually more abusive than we thought? Like, that, what a weird...
I'm sorry, but who cares?
Yeah, right. I also
care.
think it's the David Ayer. This is the David Ayer possibly scene that he would have kept in there. You know, his version was a little bit darker, and WB kind of, I don't want to say hit the panic button, but they wanted to make it a little bit lighter, a little bit more fun. And also, by the way, East Blue Drew, great comment here. Monolith is a great property set in the 30s. It's a really beautiful story. So, yeah. Why not? Let's do it. So yeah, really cool photo there. Suicide Squad creator John Ostrander talked about critics' reviews of Suicide Squad, and he basically said the same thing we talked about over the last number of weeks, is that what he doesn't like, he doesn't care if people's opinions are different than his. What he doesn't like is when a lot of critics go in already with an agenda. And to me, that was very apparent by the Rotten Tomatoes score of Suicide Squad. I think a lot of, quote, critics went in there already wanting to hate because they love Marvel so much. To me, it's like, look, we all love Marvel. I love DC too. I love watching everything. But a lot of critics, for some reason, there's like this backlash. They just want to shit on things. And so he's just saying, look, I don't like the prior agendas, all right? Go in there with a clean slate. But a lot of people aren't really doing that with DC.
He's been very vocal about that over the past couple of weeks. We talked about it a little bit on the show last week. Obviously, he's going to say something like that. It's not that I agree or disagree with him, but I'm not surprised that he's saying it. He is writing more Suicide Squad stuff now, and he is enjoying doing that, so that's why he has been in the news a lot about this. He talked about Viola Davis also. He said that she just looked exactly like Amanda Waller, was like perfect, like the way she talked, like the attitude.
She's perfect.
And he said some of those lines were taken straight from the comics, and he was really happy about that. And then he said when he actually saw the movie, because that was his opinion on the trailer, but when he saw the movie, he was really happy and that she nailed it, which I agree she did a really good job. So that's good that he enjoyed Viola Davis. At least that was one victory in the movie. I haven't heard. Has anybody heard anything bad about Viola from anybody?
No. I think that's her and Margot are the only ones that have gotten rave reviews on
I
this
think
movie.
Jay Hernandez should get rave reviews.
Oh my God, he was a
phenomenal.
sleeper in the movie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't a sleeper for me. I'll be honest. Jay Hernandez was my favorite character in the movie. I mean, because everyone knows how great Margot was. Everyone knows how great Viola was, but Jay Hernandez was kind of unexpected, and he wasn't the biggest character in the world prior to, and he really brought it. And he's been a long time really good actor, so I think he deserves every bit of respect.
I still am a little pissed off that we didn't get a little bit more for Slipknot, but
This is an interesting comment.
I know. Listen, he's a hardly important character to DC, but at the same time, if you're going to cast somebody in the Suicide Squad that you're going to have as like a main character.
Yeah, we talked about how they should have just killed a nobody then.
Yeah,
or
they should have just killed a nobody.
I was fine with it though. I wasn't still here. Oh my God, I'm stoked for Slipknot.
No. I'm not stoked for it, but at the same time, you're like, I could have had another character in this movie that I would have loved to see from the comics.
Here's the thing. I don't mind Slipknot getting knocked off, but I would have liked to see him have a little bit an intro with every other character, so when he does get his head blown off, you're like, oh, that's a surprise.
No, but I don't want to waste time on that.
But like, no one even knew. If you say you didn't know anything about Suicide Squad, did they mention Slipknot's name even before he died?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
yeah,
my
I think
point.
Somebody said
Either way, he should have got a
When he
little
got
bit of
out
an
of the
intro.
car, maybe.
Yeah, he should have got a little bit of an intro so people knew, and then when he got bumped off, you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then Air released that Slipknot was caught from Wonder Woman, apparently.
Very interesting comment here from Zayn Kazami about Joker and Harley's relationship. He says, very altered, they don't love each other. Joker doesn't give two shits about Harley. I think Air's original cut, not extended, would have had the abuse. Joker's true love is his rivalry with Batman. All right, well, that's a fair point.
He definitely gives shits about Harley. But
It depends in which version, and it depends on what we're talking about, and it depends on your interpretation of it. But I err on the side of what you do as well. But I know that a lot of people don't think that.
And Jay Kelly said Slipknot died exactly like he did in the comics, so there you go. Good point there. I just would have liked a little intro on him. That's all. You know. So John Ostrander said those things about Suicide Squad and the critics' reviews. And then, of course, a number of the members of the cast talked about certain deleted scenes from Suicide Squad. I guess Harley's dance in the club was a lot longer than what we saw in theaters.
I definitely would love to watch that again.
You want to just practice her dance now?
I can't.
CeeLo, I liked when Will Smith claimed that they cut out his makeout scene with Boomerang, was it?
What?
That's what he was saying. He was making a joke, obviously, but he was like, yeah, you know, my buddy, my really close scene with him, he was implying that they had some sort of, it was funny to me.
And also, Jai Courtney said there was a scene where where Killer Croc just goes and just swats him one. He said it's a really funny scene. They took that out of it.
Yeah. And Katana said it was a really, really cool scene when she saw that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little video on that. Go check it out if you want to see.
Who lasted longer, Slipknot in Suicide Squad or KG Beast in Assault on Arkham?
Oh,
tough one.
Tough one.
KG Beast.
You need a timer.
Do you think so? I don't know about that, dude. He was going quick.
KG Beast was like 10 minutes in, though.
So was Slipknot.
Slipknot was not 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, oh my God. Jay Kelly, the extended Harley twerk. What if Harley was twerking?
If Harley was twerking, I would keep that on repeat.
That would be amazing. I bet she twerks like a mofo.
Oh,
well, you know who else twerks like a mofo? Kevin Smith. Probably not.
Yes.
It's a good segue.
Great segue. Awesome segue.
He had a lot to say this week. Talked about the moment he was sold on Wonder Woman. And it was really cool how, actually, I have a quote from him. And I love Kevin Smith quotes.
Oh,
me too.
He goes, I heard World War I. I'm like, World War I? No, man. World War II. Go after Hitler, mother effer. Then they show us the trailer of World War I, and suddenly you get the distinct impression that they know what they're doing. Suddenly they've got a shot of no man's land, the literal no man's land. Dudes covered in head-to-toe soldiers, and a woman, bare legs, climbing a ladder and holding a shield against artillery fire. It was absolutely breathtaking. It made me, for maybe the 8th time this month, go, God, I wish I was a woman.
Yeah. He just nails his quotes. But how awesome would it have been to watch Wonder Woman take down Hitler? Like, I'm still set on that.
The problem is, I mean, Hydra is pretty much Hitler. Nazis, so that's already been kind of done.
No, I'm not saying we should have done it. Just when he's like, oh, no, take down Hitler, I'm our efforts. Like, I was like, yeah, totally.
You know, it'd be even funnier if it just the beginning of the movie, I took some German down or something, just says it out of passing, and we just know it's Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something exactly like in that. But we can't because we're in World War I. But I love the way they did it, and I agree with Kevin Smith that you watch that and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
They might do this one justice, yeah.
Between Wonder Woman and Justice League, 2017 is shaping up to be, I'll even say, stronger than this year.
2017, yeah.
Let's be honest. I think Justice League is going to be bigger than BVS, and I think Wonder Woman's going to be bigger than Suicide Squad. So I think it's looking pretty good.
I'm a little surprised at the November release for Wonder Woman, though. Or for Justice League, excuse me.
Would that be sooner?
I did. I thought it'd be a summer hit, but now they're marketing it as a Thanksgiving movie, so it's
not a bad time. I mean, you hit it right when the Christmas season hits, when people are still going out, you know? And then, of course, when the families come together, it'll still be in theaters.
True.
You know, I went to see Star Wars with my family on Christmas. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman's coming out
March.
So, yeah. Wow, that's not that far away.
It's really not.
Giving us a little separation there.
Very exciting. Kevin Smith also says he thinks Justice League will completely take away anyone's doubts when it comes to the DC movie universe. His quote here, it looks like Warner Brothers and DC Comics heard everything loud and clear from what people want, and everything that was missing or perceived to be missing from Batman v Superman seems like it's in full display on Justice League. So I'm on board. I was already on board, but I'm very happy to see they're taking that direction.
It's so funny how in Kevin Smith we trust. Like, whatever he says, people just listen.
Because he's one of us. He's a nerd.
It's like him and Chris Hardwick. When they speak, it's like, yes.
It's funny you say that. I'm actually going to be portraying Chris Hardwick again next week.
Nice.
For Screen Junkies.
Screen Junkies, go, Screen Junkies.
So be on the lookout.
You do a good Hardwick.
Going to be some grossing.
Can we get a little preview?
No, I don't want to. I can't do it justice. I gotta practice a little bit before I do it. But he did enjoy it because I saw him afterwards, and I said, "Hey, man, you're not mad, are you?" He goes, "Oh my God, I loved it." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Good.
He's a really cool guy.
Good.
All right, moving on.
Oh my God, that wedding though.
What wedding?
Hardwick's. Did you guys see all the pictures from his wedding?
I did not.
Why the
Oh
hell
my
would I
God!
see?
This past weekend, he had a Walking Dead themed reception. R2D2 was the ring bearer
Whoa,
of it all.
whoa,
There
hold
were
up.
black orchids everywhere. People wearing cowboy boots.
I do D2. Oh my good lord.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, I'm pulling this up
Who's his
right
wife?
Lydia Hurst.
What does she-
Hurst like Hurst.
What does she do?
Like the castle.
Second generation rich kid?
now. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's drop dead gorgeous,
Okay.
and,
Like,
and apparently
just-
like an
just-
absolute gem.
Wow.
Folks, she's
And
gorgeous.
she had this gorgeous white dress that had pink at the bottom. It was really pretty. Anyway, that's not. None of this is DC related.
That's what this is.
No, this isn't the wedding dress though. This is
The after wedding dress?
something like that. Sure.
Our
Anyway.
systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject.
Zayn Kazami, Wonder Woman v. Hitler, Dawn of Awesomeness. Make it happen, WV.
All right, let's move on, Johnny.
Moving on. Let's see here. 5 actors. There's a cool article here on moviepilot.com talking about Black Manta and Aquaman. 5 actors who could play Black Manta. Rumors are Michael Jai White might be possibly used, but D.B. Woodside, very talented actor. You know him from Lucifer. He would be a fantastic option as well. So,
Yeah,
I almost think Isaiah Mustafa would be.
the best.
Yeah.
I think any of them would be solid.
Yeah.
Not Boris.
Why?
Just not the right look for him.
Well, we know it's not going to be Common. That's for sure. He lasted way less than Slipknot in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Way less.
That's so funny that we spent an entire show like, who do
did.
you think Common will play?
It was the same thing with Eastwood, Scott Eastwood. No name character.
I
Zach,
kind of
what are you trying to say?
I kind of like that though. The fact that Common played Tattoo Man, and a lot of people watching the film were like, just thought he was a dude. What is Zach trying to?
What?
I'm on a horse campaign.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it just was I'm on a whale, and I was like, I'm on a whale, Zach. Where are you going?
That's
And
why I was
then
not paying
Isaiah-
attention to it. I was like, I'm just gonna go over it. I don't know what he's talking about.
We all just got kind of stopped.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Tay Diggs is my love.
I mean, there you go.
Oh, man.
So yeah, good article there, moviepilot.com. Also, DC announces the next 3 animated films. I already mentioned Justice League Dark is coming, Teen Titans Judas Contract, and there's going to be a Batman and Harley movie.
I can't wait for the Judas Contract.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Deathstroke story. I'm very excited for it.
All right, cool. Batman and Harley movie is going to be
I
Interesting.
don't really see the point in that one.
No.
just because people want to see it.
Yeah, but is it going to be like dark or is it going to be kiddie?
See the point.
That's a good question.
Here's the
Because
point
the
in
DC superhero girls just came out, they might be trying to gear towards that as well.
it. You're taking the most popular male character, Batman,
And the most
and the most popular female character. And so the point is money. Like that's the point. Exactly.
I think it'll do pretty well.
She's more popular than Wonder Woman is now.
She really is.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think
It's
number
because
one,
we haven't seen enough of Wonder Woman yet.
that and also Harley Quinn is really fun to dress up as a woman.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
And be crazy. Like we don't get
Yeah.
role models like that all the time. That was good.
You calling Harley a role model?
No,
Wonder Woman.
I'm not. Neither. Wonder Woman's a role model. I spent literally 15 minutes last week calling Harley not a role model. So
Yes,
thank
thank
you for
you.
just saying that. We don't get characters like that a lot. Like
We don't.
females don't get like a lot of crazy characters. Like you guys have had the Joker for quite some time now. We have our
true.
counterpart.
And deep down, you know, everyone does love crazy, off-the-rocker characters who can also be witty and sarcastic at the same time, and Harley is that.
That's why they loved Heath Ledger as the Joker. He was the exact epitome of,
But also terrifying.
oh, absolutely terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Without a doubt, I mean, best Joker ever. I mean, good lord.
Well, not without a doubt.
Not
but-
without a doubt,
But to
but-
me, I agree.
Who would be
I
your
agree.
favorite of all time?
I'm going to go Nicholson.
What? Really?
I'm sorry. It's because
Wow,
it's,
okay.
I
it's
put
bec-
out a poll for this.
It's because it's childhood for me.
It depends on what you're into. I totally
So-
get it. Jack Nicholson was a
so-
lot more fun.
He was for me growing up.
Heath Ledger was more homicidal.
Yes, agreed.
So it depends
And
on what you're into.
And a lot of people would say Mark Hamill. Like it depends on
Oh,
what,
yeah.
what
It's-
the question is.
Oh no, he is the greatest Joker, Mark Hamill.
True.
hands down.
I would love to see him on camera
as the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Man.
You do have a lot of good voices.
I'm a voice actor.
Wow. Well, rightfully so.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Anyway,
Exciting news. We already talked about it last week. Well, we didn't. I wasn't here, but I'm excited for it. Batman, Return of the Cape Crusaders, October 11th on Blu-ray. Since we don't have a ton to talk about this week, I just want to watch the entire trailer.
I have to say, Adam West, Burt Ward, and the original Catwoman.
Yeah.
I love this.
And apparently, one of you guys has a connection to Burt Ward.
It's me.
There it is.
Oh.
And I interviewed him a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And he leaked to us. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. He may have hinted that this was coming, so I had to keep my big mouth shut. But this is exciting. Yeah, let's watch the trailer though. And he said he would come on.
Ooh.
Okay.
When we want him on.
Well, that's awesome.
Let's get to it.
Oh yeah.
Also, I just love that Adam West still does this shit.
Take it easy.
He has a lot of fun, Adam West.
Oh,
You can
Family
hear
Guy.
it in his voice though. Like you can hear the age.
Welcome to Gotham
The
Palace.
animation is
On
perfect.
tonight's
Yeah, right?
show.
It looks like Bruce Timm had a lot to deal with it.
Holy, unholy alliance. Our greatest foes have reunited.
Holy unholy alliance. Oh, do the dance again, Johnny. You gotta dance while you do it, you know?
To the Batmobile.
To the Batmobile.
I love it.
I love it.
Yes.
This is so campy. I love
And
it.
I
look,
know, it is
look at the
really,
Batmobile.
really
It's
campy.
perfect.
It's just like
It's
Adam
just
Gertler's
like the
car.
60s.
Foes are back.
Giant. This
This is what we watched last week. Just this one little clip.
The only rule here is in the gravy.
This is so.
the only row
You
here
just
is
tell
in
they're
the
having so
gravy.
much fun. Like they're just having fun with it.
They have to. It's amazing.
We should make a drinking game of
One
it.
more.
Oh, every time a
Jaywalking is extremely hazardous.
This is great.
Yes, you're right, Batman.
Quickly, Robin, to the crosswalk.
I love it.
The
This
crusade
is
that was a
continues.
little much.
This is essentially 1966 animated,
Oh, absolutely.
and it's fantastic.
Very
It is.
exciting.
Oh,
I mean,
What's up?
glad we watched that.
I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen 66 now. Do you guys want to see Michael Keaton?
Well, that's a good question because Tim Burton, there's a good article here by Michael Patterson on MoviePilot.com that mentions why Tim Burton's Batman should be the next animated film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to see the continuation from Batman Returns. I mean, we never got to see anything because Schumacher took over.
There's
and
a lot of fandom there. There's a lot of people
yeah.
that would want to see
A
this.
lot.
I think so too.
For sure.
And they could honestly do more than one movie with that.
People will see them all.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you guys ever make a point and then you agree with yourself? Because I think I just did that.
Well, when you make a good point, you should agree
I was
with
like,
yourself.
yeah, I think so too.
You're
Really
like-
based on something I just said.
You're like, I'm on point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree.
So here's something that's interesting. A Stephen King short story about Batman can now be heard in audio form. Now, Adam, you actually listened to this.
I did.
What were your thoughts?
It was very... It wasn't exactly what you would think a Stephen King Batman and Robin story would be.
Okay.
It was more along the lines of like a normal day in like the life of Bruce Wayne and you have to hear it to understand what he's trying to get at, but it's not...
Yay or nay?
Nay. Just nay.
Fair enough.
Nay on nay on nay.
Well, you could still go listen to it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
right ahead.
it's interesting to see. I mean, he has all these shorts that he does, but...
Yep. And lastly, before we hit TV time, Batman Return to Arkham, the video game, is now officially, apparently, dropping on November 25th.
I'll believe it when I see it, but obviously...
Oh, you think Swerve?
Yeah. They've had a lot of problems. They've had a lot of problems with the PC versions of everything, including with Arkham Knight. So ever since then, and they have Arkham VR coming out at the same time.
Right.
It's, which Arkham VR is sick if you haven't seen it already.
There you go. So with that said, I think it's time for
It's time for what?
It's time for...
What?
There it is.
Good, because I couldn't make that noise anymore. What?
Get it.
Roxy Striar's TV time. She thinks that the Flash is fun, especially this week.
Get it.
TV time. Yeah. we had a huge TV time week last week.
Yeah,
Not
we did.
as big of a TV time this week, but we did get some TV time news from Flash from Andrew Kreisberg, who was kind of confirming that Teddy Sears will be returning as Black Flash. Let me read the quote, and then you guys can interpret. He says, "Obviously, we did that on purpose. We love working with Teddy Sears. He's such an amazing actor, an amazing person, and was so much a part of the success of this show last season. There aren't any immediate plans for that, but you can't keep a good Black Flash down, so I'm sure we'll be seeing him in the future."
I mean, obviously they're gonna tease the Black Flash coming back because in the Speed Force and with all these time, changes and everything else, somebody's gonna have to pay for it. And the Black Flash is exactly who takes everybody to the Speed Force for punishment.
Right. So I think it depends, though, if you're somebody who's thinking this is going to happen in season 3.
I honestly don't think it will happen season 3. I think we might see a glimpse of him within the Speed Force.
You think we're not going to see Teddy all season?
I think we'll see
They
Teddy.
just love him so much.
I think we'll see Teddy in one episode, and simply it will be Barry and
Flashback, perhaps?
Which
maybe
version?
maybe Wally and Flash in the Speed Force and see him as Black Flash in the Speed Force chasing them.
We also know that we're combining at some point with Supergirl's Earth. Like, we're playing with all different Earths.
It's a
We're playing with
musical
all different-
episode.
Right, and we have all different versions of Teddy, so who knows, even if we do see him this season because they like him so much.
Well, Teddy, we won't see more than one version. Well, we could see more than one version of him, but as a Flash character, he on Earth 1 was literally taken into the Speed Force.
Right.
So he's protected from any time changes.
Yeah, so but who
Yeah.
knows with everything Flashpoint coming, we don't know what the hell's going to happen
Exactly.
there.
And
so.
now we got
I'll tell you this, Teddy's a very nice guy. I got to meet him about a month ago at a voiceover, and he's a big dude.
huge.
Yeah, and I'm not small by any means, but I was like, hi, Mr. Sears. Such a nice guy, though. Really cool. And
You say it so casually.
Yeah, like I know
I mean,
Black Flash.
I was just reading for a voiceover, but he happened to be at the same place, and it was pretty cool.
You're the man.
Let's see. You already talked last week about Ashley Rickards, right?
Yeah, we
At the
did.
top?
From Awkward. Yeah, we did talk about it. Why, you have something that you want to...
Nope. But we have a couple
moving
more. Joey King is going to be Magenta.
That's an interesting character.
Got a picture of her. There she is.
She's the one that played young Talia in Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks... Who is it she looks exactly like? She's got one of those faces that looks...
She's got that.
And it's
like,
shows here, Fargo, The Conjuring. She's got a lot of credits for somebody who's
I mean, she's Dark
so
Knight Rises.
young.
And also, it looks
God,
like...
guess what year she was born?
Oh,
Hold on.
probably.
2002.
No, my God. I was thinking that a completely different direction. What are you thinking?
She looks super young. I don't know. She's probably 15.
She's born in 99. I was thinking...
All right. I was close.
I thought she... Oh, I would have guessed she was like, I don't know, 25 or
Are
something.
you crazy?
Really?
Yeah.
She looks like she's 10.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
But she's so hot.
Well, who's not 10 is Todd Lasance. He's going to be playing the rival, which we already kind of talked about about 6 weeks
It's
ago.
weird that they're going to make the rival go against Kid Flash, but who knows? Maybe we'll even see Jay Garrick in this case, because why would you bring the rival without Jay Garrick?
We can't possibly know what's weird and what's not. We don't even know what's going to happen.
I know, but
I
come
know.
on.
I know.
There's so much. I like the suit, though. I do.
It's an awesome-looking suit.
I love that. I think it's cool. If they keep his eyes and mouth glowing.
What do you mean if they keep...
Beginning
you
of
don't think so?
No, because these Comic-Con footage from The Flash last season, before season 2, they showed Zoom with blue eyes glowing. Mm-hmm. And then in the series, we didn't see anything. Nothing.
So you're bitter still.
Oh, I'm bitter.
You're a little bitter.
I'm a little bitter.
That's okay.
Gotham.
Yeah, this is another example of the CW taking care of their own, though, because I know him from Vampire Diaries. So, hey, CW, what's going on?
Gotham casting.
Okay.
Why?
How many more Gotham castings can we do? I don't understand. Where are you putting all of these people?
Well, don't forget,
and-
they're hour-long episodes, and they could just throw them in there. But it's going to be Nain Gonzalez-Norvind.
I would say this.
Good for her.
Mad Hatter's sister.
I don't understand where they're going with Gotham.
I don't know.
I don't know why we're getting villains before Batman's even in existence.
A lot
all
of
of the
villains.
villains.
Literally, we're getting
Who is
protoforms of Solomon Grundy and people that
And maybe
don't-
Harley.
And maybe Harley.
Here's what-
Who apparently we've already seen in the show, according to the
Wait,
producers.
we might have Harley? In
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's what, okay, we had on one of our friends of DC Movie News, Elena Jordan. She came on and she said something that made me feel better about Gotham. She said, imagine if you look at Gotham like it's fan fiction, you might not hate it as much. Which I don't even hate Gotham that much. I like it the most on this panel. But if it is fanfic, then that's kind of cool. Like the way that they're playing.
That makes it a little bit more interesting.
But they don't advertise it that way.
No. So I'm just wondering if they're trying to make this an Earth 3 or they're literally trying to make this a completely different route.
Completely different.
Judging by what Gotham's done the past 2 seasons, I'm going to say way different.
So do you think Jim Gordon's going to become Batman in this?
I won't put anything past him.
Because
my God.
I mean, in the comics, Jim Gordon's Batman.
I don't think that they're going to go there at all, though.
It's very possible.
I'll say this.
But how are we doing all the stuff that we're doing with Bruce Wayne then?
They brought Azrael into it.
Bruce Wayne already had a Batcave from his dad.
That's the weirdest part of the whole thing. So was Thomas just screwing around like, hey, maybe I'll go bats one day?
Spoiler alert, he was Batman.
I know. Flashpoint.
Yeah. Either way, season 2 had me, so I'm excited to see how confusing and weird it gets.
Yeah.
I really did love the guy that plays the Riddler.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep watching. Yep. So I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm watching.
I mean, we're all watching. It's DC.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. And finally, this...
Do you watch iZombie?
I do watch iZombie.
Nobody on the panel watches. I love that show.
See?
I'm just really excited.
If I had more time, I'd watch everything. I just don't.
I'm excited for that to come back.
I love her eating brains.
Lastly, so your friend sent this picture to you from where?
I believe it was Wisconsin.
What is it?
It's a movie theater. It looks like a drive-in theater.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 o'clock showing of Suicide Party. And then at 9:20, make sure you save some popcorn for Sausage Squad.
How much does this combine Adam Gertler's worlds?
It really does.
Yeah, like this should be his profile picture. Suicide Party and Sausage Squad.
That's by far my favorite movie theater.
They just blew it.
It's so
when you
good.
think about it, though, that's a hell of a night. That's a fun evening. If you get someone to go with...
No, you have to reverse those things. You need to have the Sausage Squad before you have a Suicide Party, or you're never going to make it to Sausage Squad.
The fact that we're having this conversation makes me a little uncomfortable.
Me too. Me too.
Either way, kudos. Let's all put ourselves over. Adam Sloan, go.
You guys can catch me at Adam J. Sloan and on the Speed Zone podcast 5 days a week starting in October.
That's right. And so make sure how can people get to it?
Get it through iTunes, or you can get it through Facebook as well. You got daily updates on all the latest DC news every hour.
It's really good. Every single hour, DC news. Go to facebook.com/.
Speed Zone Podcast.
Boom. Check it out. Support it. Like the page. Roxy.
Hey guys, I'm Roxy Striar. You can find me everywhere at Roxy Striar over on Screen Junkies, Tuesdays, 4 p.m. We've got TV fights. This guy right here is a winner. That guy in the booth.
I haven't been back in months.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. You're still part of the team.
We have our third producer since the person that I connect you now isn't even the producer anymore. So I'll get you all dialed in.
Okay.
But anyway, also you can find me everywhere on AfterBuzz TV and The Tomorrow Show Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's thetomorrowshow.com.
Boomtown. We are at DC Movies SK, Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. We have a TV taping this Sunday. So if you're anywhere near Southern California, hit me up on social media. I'll tell you how to get there. And also Chicago. I'm coming to you. Finally going to Chicago to do some comedy. September 9th and 10th, I will be at the Comedy Shrine. Just go to comedyshrine.com/Jonny Loquasto. Put in the code Johnny. You get a big discount on the tickets. And also, if you have any questions, hit me up on social media. But Chicago, I know you're out there. September 9th and 10th and November 4th and 5th, I'm going to be in Houston at the Joke Joint. So if you're in Texas, hit me up. I'd love to see you as well. With that said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week.
And Chandra stands out.
Done.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Kristian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.